Everyone hunts for one simple key to success. But what if the real secret lives in tiny, invisible habits you practice every day? Will you spend your life searching for shortcuts, or begin planting the seeds that grow real change? When Maya was a child, her grandmother would always tap the side of her teacup and say, "Success is not a sudden thing, child. It's a garden." Maya liked the image. Rows of effort sprouting like seedlings, patience as water, mistakes as seeds that sometimes refused to grow. She kept that teacup thought in the back of her mind as she moved through life. But like many gardens, it took seasons before she learned how to cultivate it. At 22, Maya arrived in the city with 2 suitcases, a degree, and a sketch pad full of designs. She had been accepted into a small design firm that promised opportunities for growth. The job wasn't glamorous at first, filing, making coffee, tracing others' concepts. But Maya told herself the garden needed tending, even when the sun was weak. She came early and stayed late, watching how senior designers drafted, how they listened to clients, how they turned vague wishes into useful products. She recorded everything in a tiny notebook: habits, phrases, sketching techniques. Most importantly, she noted how these designers handled rejection. They did not sulk. They asked what could be improved and tried again. One Wednesday, a senior designer left unexpectedly, and Maya was asked to fill in for a client meeting. Her heart thudded as she flipped through her notes. She presented confidently despite her nerves. The client's first reaction was guarded, then warm. They praised Maya's clarity and pragmatic ideas. The firm offered her more responsibility. But even as opportunities multiplied, the garden still required work. Maya learned that success involved refining skills daily and protecting joy against exhaustion. She set aside time for drawing just for herself, not for commissions. A quiet ritual that kept her curiosity alive. Around that time, Maya met Jonah, a product manager who carried a worn-out leather notebook and an honest laugh. Jonah believed in measurements. He told Maya, "You can't manage what you don't measure." He helped her add structure, tracking projects, listing lessons from client feedback, timing how long different tasks actually took. The numbers surprised her. Some tasks she thought took an hour took 3. Some processes she deemed essential. Wasted days. The clarity helped her prune unnecessary work and invest time in what yielded growth. It was a small discovery, but a potent one. Success wasn't only about hard work. It was about working smartly and learning from what you measure. Yet no garden grows without pests. Maya faced a major setback when a project she led failed to meet its launch date. Bugs surfaced in prototypes, a supplier fell through, and the client lost patience. Team meetings turned tense. Maya felt the weight of disappointment, and for a week, she considered quitting. In the quiet of her apartment, she found her grandmother's teacup and thought of the garden. Pests ate leaves, storms knocked branches, but roots remained. She called the team together, not to assign blame, but to understand the failure. They mapped every step, apologized transparently to the client, and proposed a revised schedule with safeguards. The client, surprised by their candor and renewed plan, agreed to continue. From the failure grew stronger processes and a team with deeper trust. As years passed, Maya's reputation as a designer who could turn ambiguity into clarity grew. She mentored younger colleagues, sharing the little cheats she had learned: keep a notebook, measure progress, protect play, embrace feedback. People admired her work, but what they valued most was how she handled the unseen parts of success. The patience, the small daily disciplines, the humility to admit errors. Maya never forgot to celebrate small wins. She learned to mark a day not only with final launches, but with the quieter victories. A rough sketch that finally felt right, a client conversation that ended in mutual understanding, a junior designer who discovered their voice. On the 10th anniversary of her first job, Maya was asked to speak at the firm's annual retreat. She prepared a short talk, But instead of a long manifesto, she told a simple story: a garden and a teacup. She described habits that stitched success together: persistence, measurement, graceful recovery after failure, the warmth of curiosity. And she urged everyone to plant small seeds daily. When she finished, an older partner stood up and said, "You've made our work better and kinder." The audience applauded, not for a single triumph, but for the steady tending that led to continual growth. Maya's grandmother lived long enough to see her granddaughter flourish. She poured tea into the same chipped cup and smiled. "You see," she said, "gardens take time. The secrets are ordinary. Keep working, keep learning, and be patient." Maya nodded and added one more secret of her own: share your harvest. Success, she had found, felt fullest when others could taste it too. Years later, when asked to name the secret to her success, Maya would tell the story of small habits, measured progress, honest recovery, and shared joy. People liked a tidy answer, a single phrase, a magic trick. But Maya's truth was messier and far more generous. Success is a garden, not a destination. Tend it daily, learn from pests and storms, measure what matters, and give away the fruit. In that steady, patient work, the truest seeds of success take root. In the end, Maya learned that success was less a sudden reveal than a quiet, patient practice. Plant small habits, tend them with honesty and measurement, learn from the storms, and share the harvest. Because the truest growth comes from steady work and the generosity to bring others along.